Hi, I'm Grandpa Gary, and I just got here. And today, the sun came out for a little while, and most of the snow is melted. And it's almost 50 degrees, but we do have a little bit of wind, so it doesn't quite feel warm. But I thought it's pretty nice out, and I want to fly one of my favorite airplanes, the Commander by E-flite. I love flying this airplane, so I got a 4S pack charged up and we're ready to go. Let's get this thing in the air and see how it does. Alright guys, the wind is coming out of the south, so we're going to back taxi a little bit and then take off from left to right, which will make, with the amount of wind we got, this should be a fairly easy landing. I don't believe I need flaps for any of today's flight. I'm in high rates, safe is off, throttle cut is off. Let's do it. Up nice and easy. Keep it in here kind of tight today. Been a little while since I've flown it, so I'm just trying to get a good feel for my battery placement. I need to mark these batteries. Learn from my mistakes, people. We need to mark where you put your battery in your airplane. That way, if you need to make a correction, you know where to move it for the next flight. Power through that downwind turn. This airplane handling the wind way better than the little airplane I flew yesterday. See, it's just a little bit of an angle on that wind, but it's mostly from the right. Bring it around with the wheels up. Up kind of high, letting it sink down on this turn into the wind. When I'm turning downwind, I tend to climb out of the turn, and coming back into the wind, I tend to sink into the wind. It's just something, it's because the types of failures that I've had in the past. Seems like when you're going with the wind, it wants to drop, and when you're coming into the wind, it wants to climb. So that's kind of how I've always done it. Got to make sure I stay above them trees down there, but I have hit those trees. If you guys have watched my videos long enough, you know I've hit trees down there. So you got to make sure you stay higher than the trees. Plenty of people have hit trees with RC planes, and it's always a bad day when that happens. Also, the lamppost there on the left, I've had trouble with it. So I try to stay out in front of it. Sometimes I'll go around, but I've had trouble with that distance where I thought I was around it and past it, and I've still hit it. So I try to stay on the right side here. With the wind knife edge, lots of power to hold the altitude. It was trying to drop on me. The Commander does have a decent amount of rudder authority. It's got a pretty decent size rudder, and if you haven't thought about it, people have told me that the Commander is a lot like a single wing Pitts. So if you've seen the Pitts biplane that I fly, it does remind me quite a bit of the Pitts, only without the top wing. And that's probably why I like it so much. See there, I didn't climb and it started to wing over and drop. So Just a little too much wind to make a really steady pass here. If you do that roll and climb into that roll, you can always let it kind of level out. There we go. Hammerhead to the left. Still flying full rates, guys. AS3X is helping a lot today. Might have got under the... That was pretty low and awful close, so I might have lost you guys in my view. But it was steady, just so it was coming at me and too low. Sometimes it's hard to judge that camera angle with my head, because I do just have my phone mounted on my forehead for you guys. People ask me all the time how I record my videos, and I'm just using my phone camera. Try to do my best for you guys. My timer is going off saying it's time to think about that landing. I don't believe, because of the amount of wind, I'm not going to need flaps. So we'll just let it ease in down here. Don't want to flare too early in this wind. That'll work. Very happy. E-flite Commander. Love flying this airplane. Everything about it is nearly perfect. The guys that designed this airplane obviously knew what they were doing. So guys, another beautiful day with the E-flite Commander. Just having a great time out here. So glad to be flying again. I appreciate all your guys' support. Sounded like it was trying to take off this wind, just gusting. If it's a steady wind, much easier to fly in, but the speed of the wind keeps changing. But still, what a beautiful day in January. Big thanks, or January. It's still December. We got another few days left in December, so still beautiful day in December. Thank you to the Lord for that. And what a blessing to be able to see again. He is so very gracious to me. I'm so happy to be out here flying, and I appreciate being able to share that with you guys. You guys are so great supporters of the channel. I appreciate it so much. Until next time, I'm Grandpa Gary, and I just got here.